Satnam. You know, there's a connection between your body and your mind, and we often ignore the body and we often ignore the mind. And in order for the body to be okay, the mind has to be okay. In order for the mind to be okay, the body has to be okay. So there's this whole connection between our mind and our body. And when we have a feeling that's so deeply connected, right, and we learn to, think positive, don't cut your feelings, like don't acknowledge them. And this was like the old age where we were taught that, the body didn't really have a connection. So what with the mind? And I tell you guys a lot, like I say this, like, be conscious of your thoughts, be conscious of your thoughts. But let me tell you, also be conscious of your feelings, be conscious of your emotions, and be conscious of what you're feeling. Because there is a connection between the mind and the body. And if you truly want to live a conscious life, and what I mean about conscious is truly having an experience with yourself, genuinely being happy, being yourself, not caring what others say, and really expressing who you are. And I know for me, my experience of not feeling, when I didn't feel connected to myself, when I didn't feel like I had no idea who I was trying to find my identity. I was really brainwashed by a lot of what society wants me to be and how they want me to be. And that's, materialistic. And that was very focused on things that were outside of myself to make me happy. And now that I, took it upon myself to not look outside, but really start practicing looking within myself, I started really not being so materialistic and not really carrying so much of not having that Chanel purse. Now, I have my little humbled purse made from El Salvador, Guatemala, and I'm very happy carrying that with pride. And this is what happens when you stop looking outside yourself to make you happy, and you start looking within yourself. But back to really focusing on the body and the mind and having that connection within yourself. Acknowledging our feelings is very important. So if you have a feeling that comes up, and you're really upset, we get angry, you have to acknowledge your anger. Don't try to cut your anger by saying, I'm happy, but you're feeling really angry. And then EFT is a tapping solution, which you can start practicing. And we have these acupuncture points. And this is just one simple one that you can do. It's by tapping this, just like that. And you can just acknowledge how you're feeling. So, in this moment, I feel angry. I'm very, very upset. I am very, very upset. I'm so mad. I'm so mad at so-and-so. And tell that story, talk it through, talk it out. Say, I'm mad because so-and-so did so-and-so, and I'm really, really pissed off. You keep tapping, keep doing this, and just tell yourself that story and say, I'm just so mad. It's just about acknowledge your emotions, acknowledge your feelings, acknowledge how you're feeling. Because it's very important. If we want to change that state of mind, we have to acknowledge. So you keep tapping, you're going to say, I acknowledge my feelings. And even though I'm so upset, I allow myself to let go. I give myself permission to let go of my anger and be happy. I allow myself, even though I'm angry and upset, I give myself permission to let go. And by doing this tapping, you're going to see how you're going to start changing the way you feel. This is what it is about, acknowledging the body and acknowledging our mind. Bringing that connection of owning how we feel, owning our emotions, acknowledging them, putting light to them, and then we can release them. Because then you're no longer holding anything balled up inside of you. You're allowing your emotions to be seen. And our emotions are just roadmaps for us to enlighten ourselves, to see a greater vision. And this is why I truly believe, having that connection is so important. So, just doing this simple exercise that I just showed you by tapping. This is tapping. There's other ones. Those are some tapping points. But you can start with this. You can start by just tapping right here and practicing this whenever you feel upset. The next video, I'll show you the other tapping points, but this is an excellent exercise that you can do to acknowledge your emotions and connect the body with the mind so they can be connected. You want to feel good and you want your emotions to feel good, but you want them to be aligned with themselves. You want to reprogram your subconscious mind and your nervous system. You want to bring a new thought that aligns to your highest good, because you're meant to be happy. And anger, it's not a bad emotion. It's actually something that we all experience. Even the most highest teachers, they were angry. I mean, Jesus was angry when he was outside the church and he threw the table. I mean, you know, it's okay to be angry. We need to acknowledge anger and give it light and love it, and then we have to release it. All right? So that is my little message for you today. Sat Nam.